Aston Villa, Tottenham Hotspur, Manchester City, Manchester United, Sheffield United, Port Vale, Reading, and several others have all expressed interest.
Okay.
Yeah. One of them named Salford City, which is the one that's owned by Beckham and team.
Right.
All of them have expressed interest. All of them have called, messaged, communicated, would love to get Whisper in.
So Craig Butler, to that Dujon Richards point, I personally believe that he is the best player under 20 and it does merit him a place in the senior squad. But do you genuinely believe that he is better than the top forwards you have, such as the
Shamar Nicholson, the Mikel Antonio,
and the Andre Grays?
Andre Gray and Mikel Antonio. Andre Gray and Mikel Antonio have no place in the team going forward because they're old.
Yeah.
30 plus, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's no disrespect to them. They've done their time. They've done their tour of duty. They did well.
Yeah.
Look at me. I love get up right now, and you see me at training. I always want to play, but I can't. You know, I have a boat. I always want to climb up on the boat myself, but there's a point at which I start to struggle and they have to help me. You understand?
Yeah.
And it's time for somebody else to execute the role. There's a time when I used to help the guys out. I don't have that strength anymore. So, Mikel has done his time, Andre has done his time. Shamar is a very good forward and a very good player. And somebody I respect a lot. But have you seen the difference in size between a Whisper and a Shamar Nicholson?
They're about the same height.
They're the same height. Shamar Nicholson is a tall man.
Yeah, they're about the same height on Dale type.
Yes. Whisper is a little taller though. Whisper is 6'3".
And one is 16.
And Whisper is 16.
Yeah.
Whisper's legs are twice the size of Shamar Nicholson's.
From some big calves.
Huge.
Yeah.
His balance in center of gravity. But the point I'm making is not that you need to replace Shamar Nicholson. The point I'm making is that you need to include Whisper. You get me?
Yeah.
You know what position is Whisper's best position?
Well, I see him most of the time. I see him playing on the left side of a 4-3-3.
Right wing.
4-3-3. That's what
Right wing in a 4-3-3.
Yeah.
Anytime him cut in,
On the right
off
side.
of the left foot there.
Oh, yes, right side, not left side. I forgot that he's here. The right side.
If you don't cut in, if you don't like him cut in and go down the wing, he can bust it even harder with the right foot. The point is though that Leon plays there. Yeah?
But him can play a number 9 to Craig. I think he'd be more than capable playing number 9.
That's the point. That's the point. He can play for club, so he play for him club and then play for Genk. Or he plays for Leuven or one of them clubs in Belgium. And he plays right wing, of course. But when it comes to Jamaica and right wing, Leon Bailey owns that position until he no longer wants it anymore. Fact. And one of the things that you need to do and inculcate in our youth and our coaches is the idea of mentorship, respect of younger players to senior players, and for senior players to bring the younger one. I think that Whisper is probably the best technically developed player in the national team now.
The national pool.
Yeah. The whole national pool, the whole of Jamaican players. He's the most technically developed. the way him shoot, those chances that those guys got, Whisper would miss them. You understand? What Chippy did with the drag, it's a Phoenix thing. That's what we do. We learn it from Belgium, so it's in everybody. You never see Whisper do it yet. Run on and look like we shoot with the left and just drag with the right.
And finish it with the right. No, but the thing about Whisper, when I see Craig, when him drag it, him kick it with the right one time still no. That's what you want to from Leon.
What happens is Leon would normally do that. But remember, is a man who coming off a big layoff and playing 10, 15, 20, 30, just more and more at a time.
Yeah.
And this is his first full game, so you tend to get winded, you tend to get second guessing yourself until you have a game, a full game like this, and you say, yeah man, no man, I'm still here. I'm back. Yeah. Now I'm going to turn on the steam.
It should.
So like all the last game, I think he's supposed to dominate. Do you think why would a club not pay $10 million right now for Whisper?
Why wouldn't they pay the 10 million?
And that goes to a question that I think it was Travis Pessoa was asking. If he said, if Whisper is that good, why isn't he being approached by the teams of the Elk?
Maybe why not the City or Liverpool? Yeah. But it might be because them can find an English player, but them don't need to pay that $10 million for. We're probably a little bit better or worse than Whisper.
Somebody asked that, and I did tell Rush to pin that comment. He never heard.
Where's Craig? Go your response to that.
You do not pay $10 million for an unblooded player. A player that hasn't proved himself. Aston Villa, Tottenham Hotspur, Manchester City, Manchester United, Sheffield United, Port Vale, Reading, and several others have all expressed interest.
Okay.
Yeah. One of them named Salford City, which is the one that's owned by Beckham and team. Right. All of them have expressed interest. All of them have called, messaged, communicated, would love to get Whisper in, but for the fact that he has a Jamaican passport.
Video title Rush.
Now,
big clubs interested in Dujon, Whisper, Richards.
People have mistake this.
Now, I can take screenshots and show you personally, but I won't put it on a public forum because I have to protect the man. Yeah. But I'll show you and you can say yes or no, it's true. Now, to beat that, I would take Whisper to a Belgium. I would let him play for one of the big clubs in Belgium. Dominate for 1 or 2 years, like I did with Leon at Genk. Then you take the next step and you move him to Germany. So everything we did with Chippy was strategic, you know. It was to ensure that the end game, we're looking way down the line. Because when I was younger, in sales and marketing, there's something that you say you earn the right to ask for the order. In other words, you show that you have established yourself in other areas. So, by the time Leon finished at Leverkusen, and Aston Villa looked on him, they could say, hold on there. Best young player in the Belgian Pro League, best young player in the German Pro League, best goal in the Europa Cup, that. Well, we'll pay, we won't just pay 10 million, we'll pay 3 times that. You understand? And at that point, he goes in as a young king, not as one of many little princes trying to get his way through an academy door into the first team of a Chelsea or a Man City or a Aston Villa. He would have established himself overseas. And that's what we're going to do with Whisper. That's what we're going to do with all of our players. The end game may be England or Spain, but you take the steps. And that's what Mr. Speed cannot do. No, it's not that him though. That's not what he did. He opened up his body, got far post, which is fine. Then he did a Belgian drag.
Yes, after this now. Kick ball with the right foot, give me a goal between.
And the ball on his right foot. So at that point, it bubbled up. The opportunity was gone. There was nothing else he could have.